Hello, in this video I'll talk about how to make custom drink coasters. Cool little coasters that you can make with your own designs, your own words or graphics, for everyday use, for a party, or for special occasions, and I think your guests will enjoy them. In this video I'll talk about the materials needed, the process to actually do the design, and then we'll make some coasters. So let's look at the materials needed. I use mat board for my custom drink coasters. Mat board is the material used in framing. It is used to make the bezel around pictures if you get a picture frame somewhere, if you do it yourself even. It's a good material because it's the right thickness for a coaster. And it comes in really two colors. So there's a top color, and whenever they make a picture frame and they do that cut, it reveals a color kind of on the edge of the mat board. Works very well for these drink coasters, and I got a stack of these 5x7 mat board pieces at Hobby Lobby for about $4, so works very well with this project. Next, you'll need a laser cutter, and this may be the trickiest thing to get your hands on, but I'm a member of TechShop, and they have laser cutters and a lot of other cool tools for maker projects. So using a laser cutter for this project is quick and easy. And finally, you need a computer with a vector drawing program such as CorelDRAW or Adobe Illustrator. You'll need to use one of these programs to create the right kind of file to send to the laser cutter. I'm using Adobe Illustrator to create my custom coaster design. Create a new file. I'm going to make the canvas 5x7 because it's the size of the mat board I'm using. And I'm going to start laying it out. So I'm going to use the ellipse tool, and I'm going to create some circles here, and these are actually going to be my coasters, and the outside stroke is going to be my cut line. It's going to tell the laser cutter to cut. And the laser cutting I'm using, the Trotec, the way it understands this file is it wants the stroke width to be the smallest, 0.25. I believe in CorelDRAW it's called hairline. In Adobe Illustrator it's 0.25. So I've got the right stroke width, and typically that there's no fill. I'm going to take the fill out, and the outline or the stroke is red. So I'm going to double click on that color. I'm going to turn red all the way up at 255 and make the stroke the right color and the right width. So I have my perfect circle here, and it looks like I'll be able to lay two of those out. Let's see, I've got the proportions locked between width and height, and I think I'm going to make it 3.25 inches or 3¼ inches. And I think most coasters that you would buy would be about 2.5 to 3.5 inches. So this is a good size. I like that one. I'm just going to copy it and paste another one. So I've got my coasters here. They don't have to be laid out perfectly because what's left is going to be waste. Now I will drag some images of mine into Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to select those, and I'm going to copy them over and just simply lay them out. And the black color will tell the laser etcher or the laser cutter that actually just needs to etch and not cut. Now, one thing to keep in mind is a cut needs to be a true vector line. So it's a continuous line of a path, and etching can be either a vector line, curved or straight, or however it's designed, or it can be a image, like I call it raster image, that's a series of dots. But a cut actually has to be a vector. So I'm going to lay these out. I'm noticing a little bit of breakage here of this red cut line, and that's because this image, and I think both images probably have a white background. So I'm going to send those to the back. I'm going to right click, hit arrange, send to back. That'll send those back and make sure that the red cut lines are front and center. Now I've got my design. I'm going to save it and send it over to the laser cutter computer. Here's video shot at TechShop of the laser cutter in action. It is etching away at that top color of the mat board and revealing the undercolor. As you do this, you need to follow the laser cutter instructions and follow the right power settings. for different materials. Obviously wood requires a different laser power setting than paper, for example. So just use trial and error and follow the directions. Here's another coaster that I'm etching, obviously with a darker top color, and the under color is light tan or off-white. I'm going to fast forward this video so that we can see the final cut. Once it finishes etching, it'll make a nice clean round cut and leave us with a coaster. Here we go. And that concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspired you for some of your own creative projects. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.